Alright, you guys, we got two kids in the back, say hi. And we got Scott here. We are going to the Asian buffet for dinner tonight. We are not really feeling like cooking.
Yep, cooking is not an option tonight.
Because your wife don't want to do it, right?
I'm tired. I'm ready to eat now, and I know you don't feel like cooking, so.
No. We've had a long day between the two of us. He got up early and so did
Please
I.
turn that off.
So, what? Oh, his phone is burning. Yep. And we are away, leaving the neighborhood. So, time to go get some food.
I showed him the LED lights.
And away we go.
I like on this plate.
So, we are here, and the boys are eating. Scott's getting me a fork because I dropped mine. But, that's dinner. It looks delicious. Hello everybody. Tonight for dinner we are having just some pork chops. I'm going to make some peas to go with it, and I have some au gratin potatoes already mixed up. This is from the store. I took a little bit of help for this, weeknight dinner. My husband really does like them breaded, so I think I'm going to bread these, And it's just going to be a very simple but filling dinner. I just have some eggs in here too, and a little bit of milk, and this is, going to be to dredge the pork chops through. And then over here, let me get another spoon or a fork. Most flour does not come seasoned, so I use some garlic powder, salt and pepper, and just my, regular all-purpose flour. You can buy some seasoned. I find it's usually too seasoned if you can buy it, or if you can find it, but I like just to kind of season my own. So just like with chicken fried steak, you dip it into the egg, into the flour. Messy job. And then set it on a plate or a cutting board, and we will double dip these. So I'm going to finish the rest of our little pack. Now just dip them in again and back into that flour to really get them a good coating. Pat it in and let them sit for a few minutes while you heat up your oil. So for the peas, I like to take just some butter and a little bit of minced onion and brown that onion up in that butter, but you have to be very careful because it will brown really fast. And then add my peas and just a little bit of water. So here is dinner: simple pork chops, breaded, the peas, and the potatoes. Very, very, very simple, and I'm just going to let the boys come down and serve themselves. For dinner tonight, super, super easy. We are having breakfast. The first thing I'm doing is getting these hash browns in the oven on 400 and letting them start. And then I'm going to make some eggs and some bacon, and I don't really know what else. Eggs and bacon for sure, though. All right, there we go. We got some scrambled eggs. The little hash browns everybody in my house enjoys. I like them with sour cream. It's time to eat. Very, very fast, easy dinner. Hello everybody. Tonight for dinner we are having leftover ham, and I cut up a melon here, and I also have the leftover mashed potatoes and green beans, but Scott will probably eat those. Jackson and I are going to have some of the Horizon Classic mac and cheese, and I also made some corn for the boys. I'm going to eat the green beans. So, we just don't want to waste any food. There's tons of ham left, and we are having an easy dinner. It's been rather a stressful day around our house, and this is going to feed us tonight, plus, the corn and the mac and cheese. That's dinner. So tonight's dinner is just some pasta and some brown butter sauce. So I just brown my butter, and you just put your butter in and in a skillet or, a pot, and turn it on medium high. Get the butter a little bit brown. It gets like a nutty flavor to it, and then I take it off the heat, and then I'll transfer the pasta straight over there. I have some prosciutto here that is also going to go in. And this is the only kind of Parmesan cheese I have. I need to go to the store tomorrow. I'm scared this What's Cooking video is going to be like really sad. Because it's been, you know, a few days of eating leftovers and eating very simple dinners. Scott had a salad. Jackson had ravioli. We were not all eating the same thing tonight. And that's okay. You know, it's spring break here. It is a rainy night and everybody's doing their own thing. So for my dinner, it is pasta. So that, my friends, is my very simple, delicious pasta and brown butter sauce with prosciutto and Parmesan. It's beautiful, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite ways to eat pasta. And I'm going to eat this and enjoy some TV tonight. So it's a beautiful sunny afternoon here. I wanted to make some fruit salad because I like this particular fruit salad a lot, and I like to serve it with dinners. We have a lot of kids coming in and out of the house with, you know, spring break. So I'm making some of the fruit salad I like. So I've got, you know, 2 pounds of frozen strawberries. You could certainly use fresh. It's not quite summertime enough here to get really good fresh, so I got the frozen. I've got 1 can of pineapple, 2 cans of apricot halves, a container of raspberries, a container of blueberries, and 2 boxes of Jell-O mix. So I've dumped in all the fruit together, and I dumped in the juices, and that's all that's in here is the juices from the cans and the tomatoes with the blueberries and the raspberries. Now you just sprinkle over usually 1 packet, but I'm making a lot. So 2 packets of vanilla pudding mix. I know it sounds odd for a fruit salad. It is fabulous. This is something that is perfect for barbecues or, you know, spring or summer events and family reunions. This is just a delicious fruit salad. Now I'm just going to mix it up. And we're going to let all those flavors mingle together. Now, since the strawberries are frozen, I'm just going to let it sit right out here on my counter for a while. And don't worry about breaking up some of the fruit. That's one of the yummy things about this, is that a lot of the fruit is kind of mashed up. Just mix it in really well. I think the apricots are just delicious. Last time I showed you this, I made it with peaches. The apricots are my favorite. So we got it mixed up, and I'm just going to let it sit out and let those flavors just kind of mingle together. Nothing is going to go bad. And then after a little while, I will put this delicious fruit salad in the refrigerator, and I might take my neighbors over some. So this is super easy. Again, it's perfect for any, you know, reunion or holiday or birthday or barbecue. This is a fabulous fruit salad. Okay, the ciabatta rolls are halved, and I think mine are bigger than hers because I'm using 2 pounds, but that's okay. And these are going to be super simple. I'm going to pat out some lean, it has to be lean, beef and to patties, and if I have any left over, I will just make some and freeze it. You season it with a little Worcestershire sauce and a little garlic salt, and then you put a piece of, or a little pat of butter on each one, and this is the cheddar cheese that I'm going to be using on them. So they will be open-faced, and I just wanted to try this recipe. I thought it looked delicious. So you can see the patties are all patted out on top of the ciabatta rolls, and this is how much I have left over after 2 pounds. So it kind of gives you an idea of how much I used. And now all you do is sprinkle on a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on each patty per her directions. I love Worcestershire sauce. Love it. It's delicious. And now some garlic salt. This is the one I'm using. I'm using the very end of my Trader Joe's. I'm going to put that on the patties. So I put on the little butter as instructed, the little pats, and these will go under the broiler for, I don't know how many minutes. Let me see. Not many. 10 to 12 or medium rare, she says. So that's what we will do. And I'm going to get some french fries ready on the stove. Okay, the cheese is going on. They only got a couple more minutes. Okay, so I made a big batch of french fries. I actually fried them because I thought a good burger deserves a good fry. And I know you can make some good fries in the oven, but gosh, they're much better in a little bit of oil. So I decided to go ahead and make those. And now I'm going to get the burgers out and it's time to eat. Alright, that's dinner tonight. We got the Daddy Open-Faced Hamburgers from Foodie Crush, and we got some fries and some delicious fruit salad that I already showed you. This is our dinner, and it's time to eat, but I will come back and let you know how this was. Hello friends, tonight for dinner we're having a very, very simple dinner. We are having chicken soft tacos, and my oil, I have a little bit of olive oil in the skillet. It's pretty hot, so I'm taking it off the burner, and I'm going to put this chicken in and get it cooked up. So instead of just my natural taco seasoning, which would have worked great to sprinkle some on, I am using the Kafa Rub. It's a Moroccan spice blend, and it is very much like a taco blend to me, or maybe a chili blend. It's got some fresh herbs in it, and I just sprinkled some, right on the chicken. Just like that, and mixing it up, and it will give it that, taco taste. It really does. It has a lot of the same seasoning. This has cumin, paprika, pepper, mint, coriander, cilantro, and cinnamon. So a very, good mix for chicken soft tacos. I'm going to allow those to keep, those little chicken pieces to keep cooking, brown up. I'm going to get everything else ready. So our little station here has some fresh tomatoes, a very fresh and ripe avocado, some salsa, a little more spicy, some Mexican cheese, just the cheddar jack, and some tortillas that I'm going to warm up, and I just got to finish the chicken, and we're good to go. Alright, so we have these big, beautiful tacos. Like I said, this is the only thing being served up for dinner in our house tonight. The boys are hungry. They will certainly eat it. It is delicious, simple, filling, and great for a busy weeknight, and that's our dinner. So we are at Manny's. I got some of their bruschetta bread because they make it really good. And down here, I'm going to get the marinated beef on a pita. And it has beef, onions, tomatoes, lettuce, and the tzatziki sauce. Is that how I say it? Tzatziki. And that's what I'm getting. Tzatziki. With fries and a pickle. That's our lunch. And Scott's getting pizza.
Pizza and beer.
And they'll bring it and put it on that little thing right there.
Pizza, and don't forget beer.
Beer. That's right. And so we are doing that, and we'll figure out what's going on the rest of the day. I need to head down to Shelby sometime today and do some errands down there and do a few more up here, and this one's going to drive me. Look at him. He's like, yeah, right. Yes, we are. So we're going to eat. Look at that yummy bread with tomatoes and cheese. It's going to be delicious. So doesn't that look good? I'm not a fan of lamb, but I definitely like the beef. And it's got like a ranch sauce. That's the tzatziki. And like a yogurty ranch and some fries. Scott got himself a little pizza, and it's got...
welcome to having lunch with the paparazzi.
Yeah, smile.
No.
You're on camera. And he's been an ass, you guys. You have no idea. Oh, that's karma. Oh, did you see that? He'll want to go home and change now. He's been trying to avoid going home to take a key for our son, but now he's going home, I guarantee it. If he's got any food on that white shirt, he's done. It's over. But he got a meat lover's pizza with yucky black olives. Tonight we are having a soft taco beef stack made in the Crockpot. I have the recipe in full on my blog at kjaggers.com. I also have it on my YouTube channel. I'll show you how I plated it up next. So this is how we serve it up. You can see the different layers. I have a big dollop of whipped cream on top, some salsa, and also a couple scoops. I just used my melon baller inside of a avocado, and that is our dinner. Hello everybody, tonight for dinner, it is a busy weeknight and I need to get something in my family's bellies really fast. So I just made a big batch of sloppy joes. It's just lean ground beef that I drained after I cooked it. I added 2 cans of sloppy joes. We like it, a little bit more on the sauce. I've got the boys' french fries over here. They are basically done. I can turn that off. And I also have sweet potato fries in the oven for me. So that is our dinner tonight. There's our very, very simple dinner. You can see mine with sweet potato fries and some ranch. Scott and Jackson's just have regular fries. So that is our very simple dinner tonight. Hello everybody. For dinner tonight, we are having very quick steak sandwiches. Super, super fast. And I have the steak thawing out because I planned on doing something different tonight. I think we were going to go out, but we decided that we didn't really want to, and I needed to make something pretty fast. So I'm melting some butter for some buns because I think that makes your buns so much better. So I always take time to do this stuff, and I just do one little bun at a time and cover it with butter and brown them up. Delicious. I'm cooking some onions down to go on those steak sandwiches. It will be super yummy. Jackson's won't have onions on it though. And yeah, that's dinner. For our side, we're going to take this broccoli and carrot mix, and we pierced it with some holes. We're going to steam it in the bag in the microwave. Couldn't be easier. Healthy side, and it's going to cook while I'm making the steaks. That's my 15-minute dinner, and it's delicious. So who doesn't love a steak sandwich? We got some fresh vegetables with it that we steamed, and doesn't that look yummy? Time to eat. Hello everybody. For dinner tonight, it is a busy weeknight. I'm making a very simple meal. We had some ham left over from Easter. I froze it. I thawed it out. I ran my knife through it a little more because it's kind of, broke up into big pieces. And I got 2 boxes of scallop potatoes. I'm mixing the 2, putting it in the oven, and I'm going to make a quick little side salad to go with it, and that is dinner. Okay, so dinner is done. You can see just the ham and the au gratin potato, little casserole with a side salad. Everyone can put whatever dressing they want, and that is our very fast dinner tonight. It's going to be good. Hello friends, tonight for dinner we are having the one pot meal. So what this is some thin sliced potatoes with a few onions, and I started those first in a little bit of olive oil. And then I chopped up my sausage into bite-sized pieces, added that in, cooked that with it for a little while, and then added a can of the Allen's green beans, added salt, pepper, and garlic to it. And then, I've just kind of had it on low because right now we have cornbread in the oven. So that's going to be our dinner tonight. Okay, so there's dinner. I've got the plates out. Everybody's going to help themselves tonight. Everything's piping hot, and it's time to eat. We have been running around. My husband went to the bathroom, and we are at Cracker Barrel, hanging out, getting some breakfast. Hello, everybody. Tonight for dinner, we are having like easy chili kind of mac, and I'm kind of running late, so I got to get busy. And I've been kind of busy around the house today. I need these. I need these. Where is the Hormel? I need that. I don't know what else I need. I'll kind of get it as I go. I need an onion. I've made this recipe so many times, and it's super easy. It's just a filling quick dinner. Okay, the first thing is just to brown up some onions and some ground beef. You can use lean, whatever you wish. I'm going to drain it. And then I got some water heating up for our pasta. And I'm going to get the cans of tomato and the no bean chili. And I'm going to add some salt, pepper, and garlic to this after I drain it. And we'll mix everything in, and it'll be a super easy, delicious dinner. So I drained the ground beef, I added the tomatoes, and I added the Hormel no chili, no beans. I added my pasta right over here, and it's going to start cooking, and we'll put it right in there. Okay, so I added the macaroni and cheese, or the shit. Okay, so I added the macaroni, and I'm just kind of letting those flavors mingle together till everybody's ready to eat. We'll have some garlic bread with it, and that is our simple dinner. Oh, it's all fondue. So here we are, our pot's heating up. He's gonna make us some cheese. We got our drinks. Say hi. I got two sleepy boys, you guys, and neither of them are like pumped up for this at all. So we're just kind of figuring out what we're getting and getting our dinner going. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah. Yum. That's cheese, you guys. So I got the surf and turf. You can see my little lobster. I just put one in. And Scott and Jackson got the meat lovers. Steak lovers, sorry. Meat lovers. And Jackson's putting his in. And I have the yellow skewers. Scott and Jackson have the red. I guess I need to get... Or the blue, oh god, red.
And I have the yellow.
And I have the yellow.
I have the whites.
And then I'm going to put a piece of steak in to cook. Is that on good? Okay. And down in, we got vegetables in there too, see? This guy's handling business for us. Yeah. So we have ate our dinner. These sauces were really good, and this is the leftover that we're taking to the dog because we didn't eat it and we're paying for it. And Super Cooper will love it, and now we're gonna get the yin yang chocolate, and I might get a coffee. We'll see. We got the yin and yang. I'm gonna get some white chocolate. My banana don't want to come out. Thank you, baby. So we're gonna enjoy a real big sugar high right now. It's gonna get happening right now. Okay, so for dinner tonight, it is super, super easy. We are having baked tacos. So I got some ground chuck, some cheese. I have some refried beans that are leftovers with cheese that are actually gonna go in with that beef. And, you know, just the standard stuffed taco kit. Super, super easy, delicious dinner. And we had Mexican maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And, you know, quesadillas. And I serve these as a side. And, you know, we have them left over. So no sense in letting them go to waste. The only tip I have to say about baking tacos is to make sure you drain the grease out of your meat really well. Because it will make your taco shells a little bit soggy. So, you know, you just ground your beef, add some beans, and if you have some tomatoes, if you want to add some. Tonight, it's just going to be beans and beef with some Fiesta blend cheese. Very, very simple. And I have an avocado to put on it. I'll get out some sour cream, too. Over here, I got something for Super Cooper. We had some leftover chicken breast in the fridge, and he's right there, and that's going to be part of his dinner. So I'm going to get browning the beef first. So I added my shells, even though a couple of them are broke. It's just the way they came. And I'm still working on the mixture. Okay, so I removed it from the heat, drained it, and added my taco seasoning. Now for baked tacos, don't add any water, just use it almost as a dry rub. And now I'm going to mix in the beans. So I removed it off the heat for a minute. I added in a lot of taco seasoning, just a hint of water, and the refried beans. Now the white is cheese that was on the beans. It's not going to matter. And I'm going to let this kind of come together just a little bit more, and then I'll fill our tacos with it. All right, there we go. They are filled with the beef and the beans and topped with cheese, going into a 350-degree oven until that cheese is melted, and then dinner is done. Here's dinner, super easy and delicious.